Hey folks, Sylvia's here. We're here for episode 8 of Exile. I always forget to change my keyboard and gamepad position. Such a pain. And I always immediately realize it once I get into the video. Immediately, instantly realize it. But yeah, so we are here to take care of this place. Wolf Rider Warren. I don't know. I was calling it Cavern, but that was obviously incorrect. Warren. Fun fact, actually, I'm gonna kind of go back real quick. Just this image is actually taken from this place. I just wanted to point that out because it makes me, I feel special about myself. Wow, we're off to a good start. I should also point out that today is, well, I mean, it's still Thursday according to Sylvia's time. But yeah, so it's it's Thursday. I've been running off of this new schedule since Monday. So we've done it for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then on Thursday already on day 4, I've essentially failed. Go me, yeah, I'm awesome like that. It's whatever. I mean, I'm still awake, and basically what I said with Sylvia's time still stands. So, this is still technically Thursday, even though it's technically 2:39 a.m. on Friday. But while I haven't let you folks down yet, this is going up on the time I said, although at the beginning of this process, these videos were kind of going up during the day of the day I said instead of the night of the day after. But technicalities. However, with this one, I'm actually keeping myself awake when I would rather be asleep right now. So minor inconvenience for me. I'm taking one for the team though. That's how awesome I am. See, not all Let's Players would take one for the team. Some of them would be like, screw you guys. You're just... Oh, that sucked. Screw you guys. You're just getting your Let's Play video late. But me, no. Sylvius isn't like that. Sylvius is like, I told them I'd get it out on Thursday, so out on Thursday it will be. Because I'm a boss like that. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's how we're handling the situation. In reality, and I don't normally okay, so I handle all of my Let's Plays a little bit differently. If I had to break my main, that's getting kind of annoying. If I had to break my Let's Plays into 3 main categories, there we go. We would have my Exile ones, which are one of my major ones, and then my Leaf Tibia ones, and then my Sylvius Tibia ones, basically. And Sylvius is the catch-all name I use for any of the Tibia videos that are essentially like tutorials in some sense. And I handle all 3 of them differently to a certain extent. Functionally, these Exile Let's Plays are functionally similar to how I do my Leaf Let's Plays, in which case everything I do in the game gets recorded. I'm not just going okay, so this video is Wolf Rider Cavern, and well, I mean, this video actually is just Wolf Rider Cavern. That's Warren. Sorry, Warren. Bad example. But, I walk around, I showcase the random encounters. You guys are getting every, moment of Exile. And I do the same thing with my Leaf Let's Plays, where it's every single thing. I go to the shop to buy arrows, gets recorded. There's actually, a reason for doing that in Leaf videos, too, because the Leaf server is a PvP, so, conceivably, while I'm going to go shopping, somebody could attack me. That doesn't happen too often, but it, always can happen. Let's see if you can unlock this. Can I not unlock in combat? That's annoying. Well, Mr. Goblin, you're dead. And that's what you get for being annoying. Wow. And you suck. Whoops, that was a mistake. Wait. Wait. There we go. And dead. So yeah, I mean, like, these are functionally similar to the Leaf ones. However, in a different way, they're similar to the Sylvius ones, because the Sylvius ones, I don't ramble about random things as much. I just talk about, like, what's going on in the video. You know, I talk about, like, the monsters I'm fighting, what's happening, obviously. But I'm like, you know, I'm explaining how to do this quest, how I feel about this quest, yada, yada, yada. These Exile Let's Plays are kind of similar to that sense, in that sense, where, I don't talk about, like, extra things. Like, the Leaf Let's Plays, you know, I'll talk about whatever happened to me that day, my job, you know, my dog, you know, just, like, whatever happens to be. I kind of, like, ramble about stuff. So, like I was saying, with these Exile Let's Plays, I don't usually talk about other things out of the videos. But I'm going to do that a little bit in this one. I keep trying to pick up things when there's enemies still in front of me. I don't understand why I'm doing that. Stupidity probably is the best answer. There we go. So I'd actually planned on doing this video earlier. God, I don't know if I actually have ever mentioned this in my Exile Let's Plays, but for the longest time I was working third shift at this gas station. I absolutely hated it. This kitchen and dining hall were probably taken over by the goblins. The tables, chairs, and cooking pots were once nice, but have been wrecked by neglect, abuse, and the idle picking of many claws. Yeah, I absolutely hated working third shift at the gas station. I mean, like, these barracks were originally made for humans. The beds and doors are human sized, but used by filthy, clawed goblins, however, has caused everything to decay. The beds are nightmares of filth and fleas. Garbage, garbage, and garbage. Yeah, I don't even know why I tried that, to be honest. Oh, God. What was the, forgot how I totally forgot how I did that, but whatever. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Somebody else opened up a door. Not me. There we go. This time I succeeded. You hear clanking. I think that opened up the exit to where all those wargs were. I think. But yeah, so like I said, I used to work third shift, and I absolutely hated that. I quit my job due to generally hating the job. Like, the job was just absolutely awful. The job sucked. The pay was really crappy, and oh wait, maybe I was wrong. Did it open up the? Yeah, it opened up that one then. Like, the pay was low. I worked third shift, and I didn't get a night differential, which was just, like, absurd. Yeah, well, you suck. You just open up the door anyway? You suck. I'll just keep letting him hit me, whatever. That's how we'll play that game. My dudes are always at, like, the most inconvenient spots. There we go. And a whole bunch of nothing. Some gold and some garbage. And some food and some garbage. And we're gonna open this, even though we can't actually do anything in it. Yeah, of course not. There we go. Because there's this room is the only room in this wrecked fort the goblins haven't penetrated. Even if they've been able to break down the door down, they wouldn't have been able to bring down these barriers. So we've got magic barriers. They are force barriers, which are not fire barriers, which means they're the ones I can't get through. We got lamps, and the hammers might be worth something. They're probably like bronze or something crappy. You hear clanking. Now this one opened up the... Yeah, of course. Does my kitty person have... Okay. I was gonna say, does my kitty person have lockpicks? But apparently not. Well, anyway, yeah, so I quit that job because it sucked. That one opened up the things. We're going to save here. You see what looks like a mine entrance to the north. It's guarded by a band of goblins, ready to make their final stand. They charge. Goblins, goblin fighters, wargs, wargs. Ugh. We're going to reload because I just don't like having to deal with moving around that little mountain thing that was in front of me. There we go. I'm just way too lazy to like position my people correctly. Sorry. That's just how we're handling the situation. Anyway, yeah, like the pay was low. I started at $8 an hour for working third shift. No night differential. Working third shift turned out to suck significantly more than I thought it was going to. Like I'm a night owl. And I kind of enjoy being up at night. But there's a like I said to myself when I was getting the job, level up. I was like, you know, I mean, I stay up until like 4 in the morning pretty easily. How much? I mean, like an extra 2 hours of working until 6 in the morning isn't that much of a difference. It should be fine. That was a massive underestimation on my part. There is a huge difference between staying up until 4 in the morning and working until 6 in the morning. For starters, it usually translates into working until like 6:15 in the morning, which then means not getting home until 6:30 in the morning. And then you get home and you're like wide awake. And even if I was tired, like I just worked 8 hours in kind of a crappy job, I want to do things that I find enjoyable and like, you know, detox myself from the unpleasantness that I just went through. So yeah, it ended up translating into like me going to bed at like noon every day. Ooh, cardiorespiratory is a little bit more dying than I would like her to be. Well, that's a heal for you. I gotta do something about that poison, too, with Jill. Jack and Jill went up a hill to fetch a pail of... Wow, it's been a really long time since I've done this, nursery rhyme. The cat fetch a pail of water. And then I think they fall. I actually don't remember the rest of this. Okay, better. Yeah, and then I had this, like, pretty awful experience where this, like, meth head dude came in on his way to rehab, because there was a rehab clinic really close to my, where I worked. There's also a prison really close to where I work, and there's also a mental institute really close to where I work, like an outpatient place, and there's a bar right across the street. So it was, like, you know, awesome clientele we had all the time. So, yeah, I had this pretty terrible experience with the crazy drug addict guy who, you know, was, like, just in generally telling me, like, horrifying things about how, like, the time he got shot and stuff like that. You know, whatever. And then I was just like, you know what, I really hate this job. It's also incredibly unsafe. It's totally not worth the money I'm getting paid for it. And then I also got, like, yelled at in public by my assistant manager about my handling of the drug addict dude. So I was just like, you know what? Not worth it. I'm quitting. So, like, I quit. Since then, though, I've struggled, like, massively to get back on a normal human sleep schedule. It's like 2:52 right now. It's taken me almost 2 months of not working third shift any longer. Oh, Jesus. Well, let's reload. I was totally not paying attention there. That was, like, completely my thought. Well... And reload again, because I don't want that stupid thing in front of me. I think they're not actually, like, touching me there. Yeah, well, that sucked. Completely sucked. I guess, we'll thin them out a little bit, legitimately, with a fireball. Or actually, do I have any kind of, like, legitimate buff spells I can cast? Like, fear them, long light them. Is haste a single? Yeah, haste is a single target spell. Might as well haste Sylvius, though. I, like, legitimately probably should be looking into what I can do on buff spells and stuff a little bit more than I have been. And Komodo doesn't have enough, okay, that's good. Komodo can... Stinking Cloud, I guess. You guys think. There you go. Well, that stinking cloud, I didn't realize they were going to go so far to avoid going through the stinking cloud. Bam, bam, bam. Hasting Sylvius was surprisingly good idea. Alright, what do we have here for buffs? Holy Scourge, what does that do? Give the victim a powerful curse. Okay. No, that's not really helpful. Cure disease, that's also not helpful. Awaken, disease, wound. I could bless one person, but that doesn't seem nearly as fun as just casting a wound spell at somebody's face. Wound spell! And haste on... Yeah, why not? Whatever. So yeah, though, anyway, I've been really struggling to get back onto my normal, going to bed at 3 in the morning thing, and it's taken me, 2 months until I actually managed to pull that off, and it hasn't even been a smooth, process. I pretty much consistently, struggle to... I either go to sleep too late, or I go to sleep too early, and then I can't sleep long enough, and then I wake up after, 4 hours of sleep and can't get back to sleep. It, sucks, by the way. There's nothing enjoyable about this process. But yeah, I used to make most of my videos during the night. In fact, actually, so it's been almost a year now. But if you go back 13 months, I had free reign to make my YouTube videos at any point in time I wanted to. Also, I had only been working. I started working in 2015 at on August 30th, I think it was. So there's that, obviously. Let's haste Avatar. Yeah, well, you suck. So yeah, though, before that, though, I was, unemployed at the time. So, I had plenty of time to make my YouTube videos whenever I wanted. But then I started working. And then it was last October that my aunt actually moved into the house with me. So I live at my grandmother's. I don't know how much of my personal life story has come through on my videos, come to think of it. But yeah, so I live at my grandmother's. My cousin has lived here since his mom essentially kicked him out of his house, or her house. So he's lived here since he was 16. You guys are getting the crash course on Sylvius' life right now. I apologize. He's been here since he's 16. He's 20 now, so he's been here for 4 years. And even before that, starting when he was about 14, she would kick him out temporarily, so he'd spend a couple of days here an awful lot. They're really close, by the way. But yeah, so last year, last October, she moved in because she was living with her boyfriend at the time, and they got into an altercation that kind of went this is actually, I guess, kind of a funny story because it didn't happen to me. And most terrible things that don't happen to me are pretty funny, so hey, let's go with that. They got into an argument, as stupid people are wont to do, especially when alcohol is involved in large quantities, which it was. So they got into an argument, and it was I think it was over, he forgot to tell her that he was going out to eat with his friends, and she made dinner. Which, sucks, but whatever. So, they got into a screaming match, and then he was like, look, I can't deal with you right now. And he's a mechanic. So he's like, look, I'm just I can't deal with you right now. I'm gonna go downstairs. They have a garage hooked into the house. I'm gonna go downstairs and just work on my car. Because I don't want to deal with you. So, for irrational, and I'm of the same sort, I should say. For kind of irrational, crazy people, when you're having a nice argument and the other party tries to be I just don't want to do this anymore, that's unacceptable. So she followed him, and he's underneath his car. He also races cars, actually. So he's under his car, and she's how dare you walk away from me? And he's still, I'm just not dealing with you right now. Not doing it. Hey, look, we succeeded at the fight this time. So while he was underneath the car, she just stomped on his crotch. You reach the goblin's mine. Although it's typically shoddy goblin construction, it looks safe to explore. Enter it? Yes. You search the mine and find that the goblins' digging techniques, while crude, were quite sufficient to tap the rich veins in these tunnels. You see both gold and silver ore, waiting for industrious souls to knock out of the walls. While you have neither the skill or the time to start a mining operation, you're more than happy to help yourselves to the silver nuggets and gold dust you find in side chambers. You are now quite a bit wealthier. I went from 289 gold to 2,289 gold. That's what I'm talking about. This valley, formerly infested with goblins, is now eerily quiet. Alright, we are going to go level up. Well, first we're going to fight some slimes. But then we're going to go level up. So, yeah, ultimately he called the cops on her. And then she got arrested, and then he was like, you know what? I'm just not doing this with you anymore. So she got booted out of there. So she moved in here. And she works like 12 hours a week, so she's never leaving. So she's been here for a while. And because I'm like a considerate person, I try not to make YouTube videos when other people are like awake, because like the walls are really thin, and it's, you know, it's annoying to hear a person like jabbering while you're trying to do things in your room. So I was kind of really only making YouTube videos at night. And of course there's a certain like self-serving aspect to this, in that well, I mean, like, I'm the only considerate person. Everybody else is hugely inconsiderate in my family. So, like, other people will do things like stand in front of my door and shriek to people that are downstairs, which has happened in so many of my videos. And I have to scrap the videos when that happens. So yeah, I always try to make my videos at night. But now that I'm like almost on normal human sleep schedule, I actually was for a while. I screwed it up recently. But now that I'm on normal human sleep schedule, it's difficult for me to make them at nighttime when I'm going to bed at like 11, and so is everybody else. So today I was kind of waiting for my opportunity to make my videos, and instead me and her got into a thing. So yeah, we fought. She's like a terrible human being. It's whatever. Anyway, that's my little side note. That's why I'm late with this, because that like normally everybody else in the house kind of, especially on a school night, because it is in fact a school night. She also brought her other son, who's younger and still in school. Incidentally, my cousin had like the spare bedroom that was across from me when she kicked him out, and then when she came here, she kicked him out of his room, and now he sleeps on the couch while working full time. Alright, let's see here. Sylvius wants all of his points in strength, and he's going to carry that other point. Actually, he's going to throw it in mage lore. Cardiorespiratory wants... Cardiorespiratory really likes having 5s in all of its main skills. She's liking that. But we're probably going to go pre-skills up to 4. Avatar has a solid 12 points, which is pretty solid. We're going to give him a little bit more defense, I think. And we're going to go a point in dex, a point in strength, and then 2 in pole arms. Jill is going to get strength and intelligence. Komodo is going to get intelligence and 2 spell points. And Meow hasn't leveled up. Alright, so everybody's good. And I actually did... Oh, never mind. It didn't show me the change in money there. Alright, so I mean I spent 800 gold on the level ups. Now we're going to check everybody's EXP. So... 1084 versus 1000. Or yeah, 1000. Whatever. I always like to... sort my people so that the lowest EXP people are in the front. Jill is at the least amount now. So we'll put Jill in the front. So we've got Jill, Cardio, Sylvius, Avatar, Komodo, and then Meow needs to go to in front of Avatar. There we go. Alright, so we're going to head back to Upper Exile at this point. And I'm kind of looking to... Ooh. Okay. I probably should have saved. This band of lumpy humanoids, heavily armed and out for blood, moves close to you and seizes you up. They seem to think you're easy pickings. They charge, howling all the way. Troglodytes and troglodyte warriors. I'm glad that there wasn't shamans. Or should I haste somebody? Or fireball? Fireball seems like a good option. You see a humanoid. It's like a human, but hunched, twisted, and has dark skin and piggy eyes. You've heard of these things from legends. It's a troglodyte. They're very strange. They were said to be... This is very strange. They were said to be extinct, and these are definitely very, very real. And not as clustered together as I would like them to be. But we'll hit the two warriors. For not a great amount of damage either. Cardio will lob a wound spell out. Oh, hey, they're a little bit more clustered together on this side than I thought. Sylvius. Take a pot shot with your bow. Nice! Good job, Sylvius. Alright. Jill, fireball. Good job, Jill. Or, I mean, it would have been a way better job if somebody had died, but whatever. I'm, like, not sure how dangerous these trogs are, so I'm not sure what to expect. Seems like they only attack once, which is pretty solid, though. Somebody died. I was pretty sure she was gonna miss. It's like, the regular attack is so much faster than actually casting a spell, so I prefer to just go with the regular attack. Well, another fireball. Fireball is like the go-to, always a good option. Whenever fireball isn't a good option is when I'm like, oh, I don't even know what to do anymore. That was a pretty solid hit. Yeah, I should cast the wound spell again. Wow, like, I was pretty confident you were gonna die. How about now? Really? There we go. Well, the loot looks good. Decent amount of gold, food, and a mace and gauntlets of unknown varieties. We should actually be somewhat cautious from where I'm at. Actually, though, on that note, since the troglodytes worked and were pretty solid EXP, I'm kind of looking for another random encounter of trogs. What's this town? Gidrick? I feel like these guys are going to be hostile. Oh no. You meet an Empire patrol out of the city of Golddale. They're hunting for troglodytes or ogres. As you're neither, although they're suspicious of you, they let you continue. Good for them. Sometimes, when you're up in these areas, the Empire patrols are hostile at the beginning of the game. We could do this event, though. As you work your way through the hills, a band of troglodytes notice you and gives you a chase. As they charge, they shout, "Death to the Empire." They're clearly mistaking you for Empire troops and are clearly unwilling to let you correct their mistake. Trogs, troglodyte warriors, bears. I can deal with this. But fireball is always a good option. Great balls of fire. Well, yeah, so as I was kind of saying, and I kind of got sidetracked here a little bit, talking about the game. Well, I don't know why I would ever talk about the game. The insanity of talking about the game. So yeah, I try to be, like, considerate with the whole, like, you know, trying to make my videos when other people are asleep, and also, again, because other people are not considerate and will be incredibly loud while I'm trying to make my videos. So usually they kind of go to bed at, I don't know, like at 10 is kind of when people... So I was planning on making this video at, like, 10:30, and instead me and Stupid Face got into a, like, screaming match at 10 o'clock, and then that screaming match continued until 12. I'm like, really good at fighting with people. Because I'm I'm so good at like getting under your skin and getting you super super angry. Um, so I just like I kind of provoked her. Actually, on a funny like addition to this story. About like a year ago, as a prank to kind of mess with my cousin, I bought off Amazon. By the way, I don't usually curse in my episodes, but this is one of those moments where I'm going to curse because it's the name of a product. I bought off Amazon a product called Liquid Ass, which is this like spray smell stuff that smells kind of like poop. Like, it was a pretty accurate, dead-on smell, and it's pretty foul, I've got to say. Sick. You search the troglodyte stuff. They had a crude map written on rough and slightly bloodstained paper. You take it with you. Who got it? Jill gets the map. Let's read this map. Map. You found this map on a dead troglodyte. Sharamac, town, and then there's mountains and home at the top. That's a pretty crude map, indeed. We're going to try and fail, for sure, but we're going to do it anyway. Killing these troggles. We are for sure going to fail, by the way. Warriors, shamans. The annoying thing here, actually, is that it's 2 fights in a row. So while I might get through the first fight, I'm going to then struggle with the second fight. And, cardiorespiratory, lava wound spell. Oh, wow. Oh, that's like the only shaman. We're gonna have Sylvius wait, because Sylvius is going to get hasted and then go charging towards that shaman, is his plan. So, haste on Sylvius. Oh, I guess I didn't have to do that because of, please be only one shaman. Please be only one shaman. Ooh. Ooh. 2 shamans and one of them fireballed me. And also fireballed one of its own people. That's interesting. That fireball was actually kind of a game breaker, I think. Like, that fireball was clearly, like, devastating. That was probably, like, not the most effective way to handle this situation, but, again, whatever. Fireball. Whoops! Oh, I just hasted Sylvius. That's annoying. That was unfortunate. Oh no, I hasted Jill. Alright, I mean, that's, like, acceptable, I suppose. Although, I'm running out of mana, because I also started this endeavor with not giving myself an opportunity for full HP. Alright. We really gotta do something about that other shaman, though, because he's going to definitely ruin my day. Komodo. Fireball. Should I... Actually, I'm like, should I be fireballing, or should I... Okay, this is not good, but it's not a catastrophe yet. Fortunately, I think the key word here is yet. Sylvius definitely needs extra life. Okay. Oh boy. Multiple summoning spells was not great. Also, summon host particularly was pretty bad. Man, I feel all sorts of not confident right now. Well, this is as good of a spot to hit a fireball as I've ever seen. Alright. Okay. We're gonna try to conserve. Where is the shaman? Did the shaman die? What? Am I just blind? Did the shaman die? I guess the shaman died. Okay, hold on a second. Seriously? Scrolling up. Scrolling up. The troglodyte shaman did in fact die from the fireball. Good to know. Also good to know, because I was obviously thinking this game was a different game than the one I'm actually playing, and thought that when the summoner died, the summons would disappear. And that's obviously not how this is working. Beautiful. Kind of wishing Meow had ranged weapons at this point. Okay. Jill is all out of mana. Come on, you're killing me. Like, legitimately, literally killing me. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is still not, like, a terribly good situation in any sense of the word, but... So we got some food and some gold and a chainmail and a buckler. And I can't even run from them. Warriors and shamans. Okay. You know what? For once, I'm actually happy with this setup, because this setup is legitimately saving my life right now. I can't do real heal, but I can do minor heal. So let's do... Well, let's not do that, actually. Let's save that. I don't know what to do. I'm like at a complete loss right now. Like, can I get like a fireball up there? Out of range. Okay. We gotta let them come closer, I guess. Jill will go on this side to try to fireball up that way. Alright, wait. I should have had Sylvius fire a arrow first. Actually, on that note now... Jill can't fire fireballs, actually, because Jill doesn't have enough HP, so we'll throw that minor heal to Sylvius. Jill's, in fact, largely pointless at this point. We're going to try to be as conservative with mana expenditures as humanly possible at this point. Can he see a shaman? He can, in fact, not see a shaman, so he's just going to hold that position. God, and that dude really needs to die. Okay. Yo, this is sketchy. Like, I think I can pull this off, but it's all sorts of sketchy. And, like, yeah, that warrior desperately needed to die. Again, I forgot to fire the arrow. Oh, at least it's dead. And then Sylvius got hit anyway. Okay. We'll get another minor heal on Sylvius. Cardio will hold. Fire an arrow. You suck. Alright. Arrow. Beautiful. I'm so cheesing my way through this fight, and I can't, like, I can't even defend myself. I'm 100% cheesing myself through this fight. I'm not even trying to deny it. Alright. gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with those shamans, though, because those do need to be taken care of. Can I see more shamans? Yay? Nay? Alright. Hold... Actually, you can just pick up the gold at this point. Bam. Alright, Komodo. Oh, are they, like, right there? That's actually amazing. Alright, go back. Alright, that's a little bit less amazing. I was kind of hoping I could get him before he did that. Cardio. Get me a wound spell on that shaman. Because... Okay, we're not. I kind of feel like Sylvius shouldn't be going out there. So Sylvius is just going to take pot shots with his bow. And, of course, miss. Actually, can you kill this dude? Or miss again. Okay. Alright, and fireball. Part of me feels like it should go right there, but no. We want to kill the shaman. Okay. That was, again, like, one of the worst things that could have happened. We're gonna wait and see what we can do with cardio respiratory that makes sense. He doesn't have line. Hold position, and we'll have you fireball. Because you can hit everybody. Nothing died? Oh, Jesus. Alright. Please be able to hit the shaman. Please die. Oh, he didn't die. Oh, man. And I have no more AoE attacks. Or, I actually basically have no more attacks at this point. You really, really, really needed to kill that. Like, I cannot... Oh my god. Thank you. Oh, Martyr Shield, great. I guess that is Oh god. Alright. All cardiorespiratory can pull off is like the weakest level of heal. That's fantastic. Minor heal on Meow. I don't think we can do this. I think we're going to have casualties. The lizards legitimately sucked, actually. Who would have thought that the summon lizards would have been this debilitating to me? Oh, why did I save? Alright, well, I mean, at this point, we're just going to have to keep reloading until we get that little barrier in the way. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this be a cliffhanger until next episode. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be obnoxious like that. So, folks, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, check me out on Patreon, Twitter, and Facebook. And I've got this new exit screen thing that YouTube has, so I need to sit here for a couple of seconds, and, you know, yada yada yada, la da 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 da. Here we are, so yeah. One of those buttons, I think the one on the right should take you to my Patreon, the one on the left will take you to subscribe, and the one in the middle will take you to the Exile 3 playlist. Which I don't know why you would be viewing, or needing to view, because if you're watching episode 8 without watching the other ones, you probably have problems. But anyway, I'll see you guys.